Hey everyone, just got back from watching the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Actually, me and 591E were going to do a video together, but the microphone wasn't working very well. It was cracking extremely too much, and there's just no way we were going to put up and make you guys ear bleed that bad. So anyway, overall, this pay-per-view was a pretty big disappointment. I was pretty excited for a couple of the matches, mainly, of course, the Money in the Bank matches, the reasons why you're ordering this pay-per-view. But I'm going to go in order from the way the matches were done on the pay-per-view and give my thoughts like usual on what happened and why I think WWE was stupid for what they were doing. First off was the SmackDown Money in the Bank match. Now this featured a whole array of people. It was 8 people in this matchup. I'm just going to list them down: Kofi, Dolph Ziggler, Christian, Cody Rhodes, Matt Hardy, Drew McIntyre, Kane, Big Show. Some of the best stuff in this matchup, Kofi did a pretty cool spot off the ladder to Drew McIntyre, who was laying on the table, taking him out with a double leg drop. There was a couple of other things, but for the most part, it was a pretty bland, average ladder match. A whole lot of just, a few hits and all with the ladder and a couple slams on the ladder. Nothing really that memorable. I may have to rewatch it again to really get a grasp on some of the stuff that happened, if there was anything really cool that happened that I may have missed. One of the funnier spots is they had Big Show try to climb a regular ladder and it snapped on him and he got mad, so he actually had a double reinforced ladder. Like, it looked like it was 2 ladders put together on both ends, and he used that in order to climb up. But they were able to use that to knock him out of the rings, and then they just kind of dogpiled all the ladders that they didn't need on top of Big Show. And that's how they ended up eliminating him. In the end, though, what was really shocking is that Kane, of all people, ends up climbing the ladder and winning the SmackDown Money in the Bank match, which I was a little bit shocked by. I didn't think they were going to be going for that right away, going with Kane getting a possible World Championship matchup. But we'll get back to Kane in a little bit, because more happened with Kane later on. Next up was Alicia Fox versus Eve Torres. Now, I'm the first one to say I cannot stand Eve Torres. I think she's an awful wrestler, and that's that's for diva standards, she's pretty bad. However, this matchup, I must admit, she impressed me more than usual. I mean, it was nothing amazing, nothing like, oh my god, I can't believe she actually can wrestle. But as far as the average diva affair goes, this was a halfway decent matchup between the two. Alicia Fox is improving. I saw some good stuff also from Eve. They gave them a little bit more time than usual, maybe just because they didn't have a whole lot of matches to fill the whole card up. But overall, an entertaining match and definitely watchable. Had this been on Raw, it would have been a very good matchup. Overall, though, it's good. You should check out this one if you're interested in a halfway decent diva matchup, but that's about all. Alicia Fox ends up getting the win and retains her title then. Next up was the Hart Dynasty versus the Usos. I think you could hear a pin drop if you dropped one in the arena, because the crowd was absolutely positively dead for this matchup. I mean, there was no heat there. No one cares about the Usos. The WWE has completely dropped the ball with this tag team and their whole debut and feud. I can't. It's hard to fathom how bad they've messed this up. I'm not saying they would have been amazing and they should have gotten over, this unbelievable amount, but nothing at all. Like, no one cares about these matches. They seem to just kind of throw them on pay-per-views lately with very little build-up. So I assume this is the end of the feud. If WWE was smart, they need to bring in some other tag teams, which they won't, because it's WWE and they hate tag teams for whatever reasons, even though tag team wrestling is extremely exciting and can main event pay-per-views if done right. But WWE doesn't really seem to give a crap about that, so I expect the Usos to flounder. I think they need to move over not Kalen Croft and Trent Beretta. They're a great team as well, but Vance Archer and Kurt Hawkins. I think that's a team that could feud a little bit with the Hart Foundation. Maybe that could be a possible feud for them next, or the Hart Dynasty, sorry. But other than that, this match was some good spots in it. Don't get me wrong, there's some good tag action here. It's an entertaining match. It's just the heat is not there, and for the average fan, you're going to get bored with it. Next up was Mysterio Swagger for the SmackDown Heavyweight title, and there was not much here, honestly. I like Swagger. I've been promoting him. I don't think they should have taken the belt off of him to begin with, but they've been pushing more with this whole Kane thing as of late. The Swagger have been doing some injury stuff with Mysterio with the ankle lock, and so they really worked and focused on the ankle throughout the match. But it kind of ended out of nowhere. All of a sudden, Rey hits a roll-up Hurricane Rana on 1, 2, 3 and retains the belt. And then Swagger attacked him after the match, beating him up. Kane comes out and ends up beating up Swagger, goes back to the back, gets the briefcase, comes back out, cashes in his Money in the Bank, pulls Rey Mysterio back in the ring, hurts his leg, chokeslam tombstone, and Kane is now the heavyweight champion on SmackDown, which I think is a stupid move. First off, I think there's no need to put the belt on him. If he's going to be fighting Taker at SummerSlam, you did not need to put the belt on him. The matchup built and the feud is already there. You don't need a title to put into the picture. It's not going to really add too much to the matchup. And that way you could have had another SmackDown matchup on the pay-per-view involving the title. However, for Kane's sake, and being a big supporter of Kane and a fan of his for years and years, fantastic for him getting the belt. Great job. This is awesome. You're going to hold the belt for more than one day. If you guys don't remember, he hasn't held the world title since 1998 in the King of the Ring 1998, where he beat Austin in the First Blood matchup, and then he lost the belt right back to Austin the next night. So maybe Kane can hold the belt for more than a day here. We'll have to wait and see here, but maybe he'll lose it on SmackDown. I mean, I don't know. But anyway, it looks like Kane's going to hold the belt for more than a day. Great for him. I still think it's a bad move, and an unneeded switch of the belt. I mean, now we've gone from Swagger, June. Swagger had the belt in May. June, Rey Mysterio takes it. Now July, Kane takes it. And now, more than likely, Undertaker's going to come back and beat Kane at SummerSlam if they do that match. So that's another title switch. And another couple, in a span of 3 months, you have 3 title switches.